What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So right here we have this G37 in for quite a bit of mods today. So we're going to be doing carbon fiber install on these. These are from Successful Automotive. Check these out. So we're going to be installing these. We're going to be fixing the gap on this hood right there. We're going to be doing IPL fog lights on this thing. And I'll show you guys how to wire those up in the video later on how to wire them up directly to your OEM fog light switch. We're going to be taking these wheels to get powder coated. These are plastic dipped right now, but luckily they come off pretty easy. But we're going to drop these off to get powder coated, and then you guys will see that towards the end how these look, where they're going to end up bluish, kind of like Speedy Corey's Nismo wheels. And then back here we have almost all the rest of the parts that we're going to be putting on. Camber arms. These are the camber arms, toe arms. I think we might skip out on the toe arms because in order to run the airbags, the bucket airbags, you need the bucket. And these replace the bucket. So we might be skipping out on these. But we got camber arms. We got tank, rear struts, front airbags, the IPL inserts with Morimoto fog light inserts, or the fog lights itself. We got the rear bags, we got the harness, airline, second compressor harness, the management controller, the compressors, and so on. So we're going to be starting this thing with the air suspension since it's more of the heavy labor part of the car. So let's get started on that. Camber arms, get these wheels off, drop them off to get powder coated. So let's set you up on a time lapse, and then I'll show you guys a quick rundown of how I ran the air suspension. Then we'll jump onto the carbon fender install, fog light install, and then we'll, in the end, once the car's all done up, we'll give it all a quick polish and give it a ceramic coat. All right, so we got all the air suspension components finally in, wired in as well. Have all this excess line because I do want to test it out before I actually trim this. Make sure we don't have any leaks anywhere. We got the rear bags, shocks on there, fronts, as well. And this one, I did drill out a hole, used the rubber grommet to protect the line. Ran it in through the inside, just like I do on all of the cars I work on. You guys can see the airline goes in through here. Same with the other side, the harness and all that stuff goes in through the inside. So let's test this thing out. Battery was a little dying, but like so. Bluetooth, of course. Yep. All right, so now that we got all the air suspension stuff figured out, we could actually trim this down, have it all set in place now, so we can actually bolt the compressors down, the tank down, and all that stuff. So air suspension is finally done. We did end up painting the calipers as well. You guys can see that. Look at that. Looks so much better than the gray or the original silver color. So we got these done, and now right now what I'm gonna start doing is the carbon fenders, but we had to drill out all the holes to mount them in place. So these are, I think, the successful automotive carbon fenders. My opinion, they look like the Fly One fenders, but regardless, we have to drill out all the holes. So I'm gonna get started on drilling, set you guys on time lapse. Let's get these on, and then we'll move on to the fog light inserts for the IPL bumper. Now that we got the fenders done, I'm charging the battery a little bit right now, but now that we got the fenders done, we are on the fog lights now. As you guys can see, I'm kind of having to do quite a little bit of stuff right here, just because I guess it didn't come with all the necessary wiring, so I have to use some of my wires and kind of like put these little ends right here, something like this. Click them on to the plug, and I have a little rubber seal in there to separate the two, just in case don't want to make contact. So one's gonna go to the fog light switch, the other one's gonna go to the ground, and then the yellow one is the running light, which I already have T-tapped into the pink wire right here. So the pink wire, the one right above or right behind the two grounds, that's gonna be your running lights. So gotta tap into that. Let's finish up with the ground. The ground, you can tap it into any of the two grounds that you have right here. And then the fog light is the one on the end, this white one right here. That white one on the corner, this one right next to the red, is gonna be your fog light. And in the same switch is the fog lights. There it is. Yeah. Turn the fog light off. All right, so we are finally done with the trunk setup. And then we also ended up doing a little cutout for the backup camera right there. But trunk setup is done. So this thing is on the ground now, aired out. We already tested it, calibrated it, so it's ready to go. So right now what we're going to be doing is taking this to get the alignment done, because you guys see that this wheel's pointing in like that. And I think on this side, same thing, wheels pointing inward like that. So we need to go get that fixed. So let's head out to the alignment shop. Look at that. Low on the ground. Pretty damn solid fitment on the carbon fenders as well. Let's head out, get this thing aligned. Let's give this thing a wash, give it a quick polish, and then we'll start the ceramic coat. And wheels got to come back off again because we got to ceramic coat the wheels as well. All right, so we just finished ceramic coating the whole car, along with the wheels. Looking super glossy now. Ceramic coated. We actually polished even the headlights too, because this one had a little bit of hazing on top. It looks like from sanding or something from the body shop, but we got it all polished out, looking real good. Yes, sir. Low. And we do got the Bluetooth right now. Air it up. Might have to adjust some of the pressure. Tank pressure got a little low, so need to up it a little bit more. There we go. And then right here we have the trunk setup. Final look. And then we ran all the air lines and the harness all through the inside. And then the airline and all the wiring comes out through the harness rubber seal. So I made a slit right there through that. That's how I get all the airline for this bag and all the wiring for the battery through that. And then you guys saw earlier on this side, I had to drill out a hole, put a rubber grommet for the airline on this side, since I ran it through the inside right here. And then on these, for the rear ones, you have that ventilation for when you close the door, all the compact air makes its way out through the flaps. So that's where I run the airlines for the rear ones. But other than that, she is done and ready for pickup. The only scary thing to do was the camera hole right here. This one was super sketchy to do, but we got it looking good. So we ended up doing quite a bit. The camera on the trunk, the air suspension, the camber arms, powder coating the wheels, painting the calipers, carbon fender install, fog light wiring as well. We ended up fixing the little hood gap that was right here, that it was kind of like bending it upward right there. So we ended up fixing that as well. Ceramic coat the wheels, ceramic coat the whole car. Now she's ready to go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on this G37 with all the little mods here and there that we did. But again, thank you guys for always supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.